Hey guys, it is time for another fast-paced Fridays, but before that, I don't even know why I play this game. It just constantly infuriates me. The only reason I am recording now, as opposed to in an hour or whatever, is because I was bored, so I went on Showdown, I had one battle, and I was like, I hate this game. In actuality, I don't hate the game. But there are just, there are those times. There are just those times. Either way, you guys, if you watched the video before, should remember how fast-paced Fridays worked. Basically, I sped up these clips to 200%. There are 3 matches, all from Showdown, and hopefully I remember them well enough to narrate. So here we go, my first match. I'm going to lead with Doge. He led with Road and Wash. Can't stay in on that, so I go into Unexpected Cheddar. Volt switches into Gengar as I set up rocks. Gengar isn't too scary. 36%, I go for Power Whip. Luckily it breaks the sub. I'm going to switch into Doge as he goes for the Disable because, disable. So I'm in Dark Pulse. Steel no longer resists that, so now I'm just going to keep Dark Pulsing. He went into Road and probably expecting my Flamethrower. I'm going to go into Luna, which just takes special hits all days, and allows me to set up a sub on this Excadrill as a Baton Pass into my Dildo, and just close combat this Excadrill to death. So, yeah, he's going to go back into Gengar. I'm going to switch, go into Luna. Super effective Sludge Bomb, very good on his part, takes me out. I'm going to go into Doge and just Dark Pulse, and I can outspeed, go for the Dark Pulse again. He's going to go into Aegislash. I go Flamethrower, it does not do enough. He's Sacred Swords, bring me to a Sash, and now I know he's going to Shadow Sneak, so I'm going to go into Overused. He's going to have to switch out. I'm going to Volt Switch, expecting the Ferrothorn, go back into Doge, just Flamethrower that thing in the face. Gengar's coming in, just going to let this thing be foddered off. I don't need it anymore. Go into Lucifer and go for the Psyshock. That was a crit, it barely did anything, so I can't stay in, and he knows that, so he goes for a Swords Dance, and then Sacred Swords, Unexpected Cheddar, right in the face. I'm going to go into Dildo. He's going to go for the King Shell. I'm pin missiling. I'm like, yo, bring it on. He Shadow Sneaks, which is probably a bad play on his part, because I think he could have possibly lived if he hadn't. Either way, I'm going to take out the Gengar as he Sludge Bombs me, and he forfeits. So next match, he's going to switcheroo with his Floatzel. This thing is fast as hell, but I'm going to Volt Switch, almost kill it. He Waterfalls, gets the flinch. Waterfalls again, gets the crit, so I'm down a Dildo. And switcheroos Lucifer before I can finally take this thing out. So he's taken 1 out, crippled 2, all with 1. So I have to play really well because Overused is now Toxic. I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump, expecting the Nidoking come in. Volt Switch on the Tentacruel. Bring in Unexpected Cheddar. Miss the Leech Seed, which was probably good because I completely forgot about like Poison Ooze or whatever its ability is. And I'm able to Power Whip and almost kill it. I'm doing a lot of almost killing. So I miss on the Glasgow. It doesn't matter. That wouldn't have done anything. He's going to switch into Garchomp. I miss the Hydro Pump. Let his Garchomp just declaw me, go into Unexpected Cheddar, expect to switch, go for the Leech Seed. So now we're just kind of doing stuff. He goes to the counter as I set up my rocks. I'm like, yo, it's fine. I'm going to go into Luna. Acrobatics does not do enough. So now he's going to try and fling his Toxic Orb, probably expecting it to be super fair. I'm going to get behind a sub, set up a Calm Mind as he switches in as Death Fodder with Tentacool probably to see what I want to do. Break my sub, I'm going to Moonblast him in the face. He's going to go to this thing. Luna is super special defensive, and I'm going to be able to Moonblast this thing. And now I go into Lucifer. He goes into Gliscor, and just 1 Ice Beam, boom, down. Good game. Now this match, I started off bad, so I've been going down Unexpected Cheddar. Go for the Leech Seed. I was thinking Toxic, but I was like, what? There are things to do. Anyway, he goes for the Willow, I go for the Toxic, get my rocks up. I don't want anything taking a hit from Arcanine, so I just fodder it off and go to Lucifer. Hit it with a Psyshock on the switch. He goes to Protect, I go to the T-Bolt. I'm expecting him to switch, so I go for a Psyshock because I didn't want to get predicted. So I go for the Ice Beam, finish it off. He goes into Alexander, goes Mega. Shadow Ball does nothing. And then he hits me with a Psyshock, and Moonblast does not do enough. I have to get rid of Luna, go into Dildo. He was probably, the way I brought it in, he probably expected it to be scarfed in some way, or I don't know. I guess because I brought it in because I expected Mega Heracross to be able to take at least 1 Psychic, but I guess not really. So he goes to the Psyshock, Doge comes in, Focus Blast me down to Sash, I'm able to Dark Pulse. This Alakazam was terrifying. I honestly thought it was just going to sweep through, but thank God I played around things right and Volt Switch, going to Lucifer, Heals Protect, I T-Bolt. I know he's going to expect me to go for the Ice Beam, so I just stay in, go for the T-Bolt again. Garchomp comes in, gets a crit and brings me to 2% on Ice Beam, and he forfeits, and those were good games, guys. This is Fast-Paced Fridays. I watched the videos, I don't know, an hour ago, so I had, you know, some kind of clue what was going on, but at the same time, my memory isn't too perfect, so if my narration was subpar, lackluster, any sort of word you can use to describe mediocre, you can go on to thesaurus.com and just write them all in the comments. I don't know. If you think my performance was as such, you should let me know, because I'm going to be doing Fast-Paced Fridays next week, and unless I get some, you know, feedback, I won't be able to improve myself. Either way, PokeMultiverse out. That was really, really lame. Bye. Have a great holidays.